Hey, besties. Welcome back to Unapologetically Unfiltered with Jess and Georgia. We're kicking off 2026 the only way we know: no filters, no fluff, and zero settling. It's Valentine's Day, so whether you're single, taken, or in a situationship, or absolutely over it, this episode is for you. We're unpacking the Valentine's Day pressure, the expectations, the disappointments, and why this day doesn't have to be about a relationship to be iconic. Think girls' night energy, real talk, and the reminder that this just may be your best Valentine's Day yet. Grab a drink, get comfy, and let's get into it.
Hi, sweeties. I am very well aware that Valentine's Day carries a lot of heavy opinions around it. It's one of the most polarizing days on the calendar. You either love it or you hate it. But I'm here today to educate you from a single girl's POV about how you can make Valentine's Day just as iconic as it would be if you were in a relationship. First of all, a little bit of a fact for you. A significant portion of women are now embracing self love on Valentine's Day, and about 36% of flowers that are purchased and delivered are actually purchased by women sending them to themselves. So the data doesn't lie, does it? I have always had a strong opinion about Valentine's Day from a young age. I was kind of taught by my mum when I was a kid that it was a nice day to tell people in your life, your family, or your friends that you love them. And I've carried that through my whole life, regardless of whether I've been single or with a partner. As I got older, I was actually single for about 7 years. So I used that day, Valentine's Day, to embrace being single and basically to show myself the love that I deserved. And I highly recommend that if you're single, you do this too, because you could sit around and be miserable, and you could sit on the fence and say that Valentine's Day is a marketing scam, which it probably is, like Christmas and birthdays and every other holiday that we have in the calendar. Or you could choose to just enjoy it. So I've got some ways for you to do that and really just celebrate being single rather than dwell on the fact that you're not in a relationship. Basically, the premise of my POV about Valentine's Day is that Valentine's Day doesn't get to decide your worth. Being single on Valentine's Day is not a failure. You don't need to be in love to celebrate love. Deciding to mentally reframe it can be a powerful exercise in embracing positivity in yourself. And I'd really encourage you not to think about, well, last year when I was in a relationship or next year when I might be in love. Instead, look at the people in your life that you love and appreciate and express that to them. Showing them that gratitude on Valentine's Day can give you just as much as perhaps being in a functional, or I guess normal, quote unquote, normal relationship. And you get to redefine Valentine's Day and love however you want to for the day. So the day can be about self respect, joy, and connection rather than loneliness and rather than what you're missing or lacking from your life. Remember that love doesn't equal just romantic love only. And there's many times in the past where I have gotten together with girlfriends, caused chaos, been out, or stayed home and done quite iconic shit on Valentine's Day, just so I wasn't at home thinking about, what if I did X and Y, maybe I'd be married or have a relationship at the moment. And trust me, if I was a millionaire, every single one of my friends would be getting at least 4 dozen long stemmed roses delivered to them. That's how much I just love the day and love telling people that I adore them. So, anyway, here's some ideas about how single girls can spend Valentine's Day. Look, you can do a solo date, you can do your favorite cafe, a bookstore, beach, walking, all those kind of low impact activities. Highly recommend that you buy yourself a little treat, because why not? Hours for no reason, Dre, because you want to and because you like it. And then there's also a Galentine's Day dinner or drinks. Dress up for no reason. And a hot tip, avoid restaurants if you don't want to have a set menu, or go to a restaurant and check out the parade of couples knowing, well, that you're not in one. I also think maybe an anti-dating app night would be fun. Delete apps, have some champagne, or give your phone to your bestie and let her swipe for you. What else could we do on Valentine's Day? A solo hotel stay or a bath and trashy TV. And just pick things that are your favorite things doing with each individual friend and do that on those days. For instance, this year, I'm meeting up with a girlfriend that I haven't seen for a while. And every time we talk, we say, oh, we should go to the fish markets or we should go to carriage wax markets together. We haven't got a chance to do it because labs are busy. But Valentine's Day for us is just doing the things that we've been saying that we're going to do together in like cute dresses, basically. So, what else can we do that is kind of a little bit more demonic? One of the most demonic ideas I've ever come up with is to play Cluedo with a girlfriend, but rename the characters as your exes. So, if you're not familiar with Cluedo, there's 6 characters and it's a murder mystery. So, in the end, one of the characters is going to get killed. So, there you go. It's kind of funny. You could also host a dinner with your girlfriends and ask everyone to bring a plate or order something else on Uber Eats individually. So there's a massive feast, or have a pajama party and binge watch your favorite TV show or movies together whilst lying on the floor. Or if you're really game, everyone could bring an ex to a party and see what's and maybe there's ex swapping. But overall, I want to say if you're single and if you're in a place of healing where you're kind of in this sticky phase of decoupling, please don't text your ex on Valentine's Day, because if they wanted to be with you, if they wanted to reconnect with you, if they wanted to show you affection, they would do it on any other day that's not Valentine's Day. I know that I'm making an argument for Valentine's Day being special, but look, they could choose to do that any other day of the week. I'm sure they have your contact details. So stay away from the exes, focus on yourself, make sure you show yourself the love that you deserve, and tell your friends and your family that you love them. I think overall, the crux of what I'm saying here is that what Valentine's Day is really about for everyone, regardless of your relationship status, is it's about celebrating love in all forms, checking in with what you actually want and what's going to make you happy, and practice the energy that you want within your relationships. You're not waiting for somebody else to choose you, you're choosing you first.
I love that.
That's it. That's my single girl guide to Valentine's Day.
Okay, so this might be slightly controversial, but coming from a certified lover girl, that Valentine's Day, I think it's a bit overhyped.
Hold on. So, what you're telling me is that I'm the single girl in the room and you're the lover girl, and I'm pro Valentine's Day and you're not so keen on it. I can't wait to hear more about this.
You heard that right. And don't get me wrong, I love love. I've had years where I've gone all out for Valentine's Day and years where I've done absolutely nothing. And honestly, being in a healthy relationship now has changed how I see it. I'm actually very much in the category of not celebrating it on the actual day. So Valentine's Day feels a little overpriced, set menus, restaurants packed with couples sitting elbow to elbow, and this weird pressure that if you don't do something big on February 14th, your relationship is failing. And I just don't buy into that anymore. Hot take, girls. If your partner only puts in effort on Valentine's Day, that's not romance. That's a calendar reminder. I genuinely believe if you're with the right person and you're in a good relationship, Valentine's Day should feel like any other day. And I know that's so cliche to say, but it's true. I stand by that. Love should be celebrated all the time, not just because the calendar tells you to on a particular day. My partner and I usually celebrate either before or after the day. No crowds, no pressure, and no bloody performance. Just us actually enjoying it. And this might really stir the pot. But I don't think women should be buying men Valentine's Day gifts. Like, what is that about? I'm sorry, I stand by it. This is the one day where the man should be spoiling the woman and not doing too much either. It's not about the price tag, it's about the effort.
And sweetie, aren't we actually the gift?
We are the prize.
Exactly.
So, if I'm organizing the dinner, buying the gift, and planning the night out, congratulations, I've just dated myself.
Oof.
Honestly, I think a romantic dinner at home or a picnic is way more romantic than sitting in a loud restaurant with 20 other couples trying to prove they're in love. So, if you're in a relationship and Valentine's Day feels like pressure instead of fun, you're not doing it wrong. And if you don't celebrate it at all, it's also fine because when love is good, February 14th doesn't really feel that special anyway.
Boom.
So, I wanted to add in some spicy options for couples for Valentine's Day that you can either do before or after because, your girl doesn't celebrate it on the day.
Yep.
So, the first one, put yourself sexy dinner. So,
Love this. Tell
you
me
can
more. Here for it.
you can either hire a chef or you can cook together something at home. Bonus points for matching outfits or playful restaurant at home vibe.
Love that.
Next, number 2, couples massage night. So you can set up some candles, oils, and a sexy playlist. Take turns in giving each other sensual massage. Bonus points if you add blindfolds or playful challenges. All right, number three, scavenger hunt at home. I know what you're thinking. It's probably not what you're thinking. So you can hide floaty notes, little treats, or sexy challenges around the house. Each clue leads to a reward, could be kisses, massages, or something else
I
daring.
love all of these, and I can remember living with a girlfriend at one stage who was quite anti Valentine's Day, and I left her, like, notes and treats all around the house.
Yeah, I was going to say that's very up your alley, isn't it? Because I know you like
Yeah.
your notes,
I think
your little cue cards.
being creative with it is the key, right? And that's what makes it special and cool because it's a
Agreed.
shared experience.
I agree. Okay, number four, it comes in as a romantic photo shoot. Dress
Oh,
up in matching or sexy outfits and do a boudoir style or playful shoot together. Now, I'm so for this. Like, I love a dress up party. So, this is like right up my alley. I'm not sure if I could get my boyfriend into this, though, into an outfit.
well,
Usually,
you know
like,
he'd be good with the
he
camera
likes
though.
to get, yeah. That's very true. I know like, usually men like to get their kid off straight away, so I'm not sure how I'd get
Yeah.
an outfit on him, but we can work with that. It can be professional or do it yourself with good lighting and props. So you can get creative with that one.
I actually love all these. These are giving me ideas for my Valentine's Day because aside from the sensual massage, I could do all of those with a girlfriend too. Because I think it's just about if someone's gonna be as creative and playful as you, so I love them.
Absolutely. Number 5, we've got game night but spicy. Create a truth or dare Valentine's Day edition. I know you'd like this one.
I'll write the cards for you, sweet.
You can do a card game like spin the bottle or even strip Jenga.
And
I've
have you
actually
seen
never played strip Jenga before, so
you would
it
dominate
could
at
be
that, you
really
love being
fun.
naked.
I do.
Have you seen also those sexy dice where you, like
Yes, I have
it's
seen
like lick
them.
lick, suck, kiss, whatever, and then on the other one, it's a part of the
Yes.
body? That'd be
You
cool.
could absolutely bring in the sexy dice. Number 6, we've got something you and I are very familiar with, Jess, dancing together.
Oh,
We all know that our dancing videos perform the best online.
yes, exactly.
So learn essential dance, salsa, bachata, or even just bedroom slow dancing. That's actually really sexy.
And, like, really cute to make those videos and look back at them even if they're silly.
I agree. And turn up the music and let the rhythm do the flirting.
Mm, I love that.
So, number 7 we've got, which is absolutely right up my alley, is a surprise weekend getaway, and not on the 14th.
Yeah,
Not
the
on the
weekend after.
14th, people. Either it can be any weekend. It could even be in March or a different month or January if you want it. You
Yeah,
create the rules. So you
definitely.
create when you want to have that weekend. So could either do a luxury staycation or a cabin in the woods. I know tiny homes are really trending at the moment. And I know like my boyfriend, he's got a tiny homes voucher and we keep saying like we need to go and use it. So that could definitely be something that you could
Yep,
absolutely do. And something that this includes is like hot tubs, champagne, zero phones, and just you two.
love all of this. You know what, when you were talking about the sexy dinner,
Yeah.
the image that sprang to mind was when Samantha makes homemade sushi for Smith in Sex and the
Oh
City,
my
and she
God. Yeah.
puts it all over her body.
And she was waiting there like all
Yeah,
night and the sushi
and then
just
she
like
gets
flopped off her.
she gets pissed off, but I'd really love to see that type of content from you
Yes.
post Valentine's Day.
Look,
You're a good
I've
cook, you
got
can pull it off.
I absolutely could. I've got the naked part down pat, so I just need to get the sushi making down pat.
You better get those skills polished.
I know. I know. I haven't got much time.
Exactly. I
So
love all of
we've
those.
got number 8, we've got steamy movie night. So curate a sexy movie marathon, thrillers or steamy classics, and you can do it yourself, cocktail or snack menu to match each other on the film. Interesting. And number 9, you'd like this one, Jess.
Mm.
Sensory night. Explore blindfolds, feathers, ice cubes, or scented oils to heighten touch, taste, and smell.
As a sensual little being, yes, I like the idea of that very much.
It can be playful and flirty, or you can take it up a notch depending on comfort.
I wonder if, depending on how long you've been in a relationship, it might be cool to go on a date and pretend you don't know each other.
Yeah, that can be really
That'd be
sexy
fucking
too, and you just, like, meet at a
yeah.
bar. You're like,
And you're like,
"Hello, what about a little wig? What about that blonde wig that you wore
"Yes,
that night?" I
yes."
can totally see you doing that.
I'll just rename myself like Margaret or something for the night.
Yes. And then we've got at number 10, we've got a personalized love kit. And I actually really like this one. Each partner puts together a small box of their favorite treats, lingerie, or even little naughty surprises. And then you exchange it during the night for maximum fun.
I love that too.
Yes.
And I think sometimes the nicest gifts are perhaps they might not be very expensive, but it is a collection of your favorite things, and it shows that your partner's really been listening and paying attention and thinking. So even if it's like
I absolutely agree.
your favorite chips, like, yeah, maybe a vibrator, maybe some handcuffs, but like a collection, your favorite tequila, the coconut 1800.
Exactly. I just think it's really thoughtful and it just shows that, yeah, they are paying attention and they are listening. And yeah, it's just super thoughtful. These are my hot takes as a relationship girly. And I just want to say for the record, we will not be celebrating Valentine's Day this year, my partner and I, because I'm actually flying. So I'm working on that day. Actually, I don't think we've even discussed it, but we will probably definitely do something like before or after when we
And
get
all
a chance.
all the single girls that are potentially worried about Valentine's Day and being alone, just remember that most couples are gonna celebrate after that day anyway, so there's no need to be particularly miserable, and make sure you enjoy yourself. Do one of the things that Georgia suggested with a girlfriend or that I suggested, and just, like,
Absolutely.
have fun with it
Yeah, I totally agree.
and tell people that you love them, definitely, no matter what their role is in your life. I think that's really important, and doing that will and them receiving that gratitude will make you feel really good.
I agree. Spread the love. Lots and
Yeah.
lots of love.
I was working at a gym when I must have been like 18 or 19 or something at the front desk, and it was Valentine's Day. I had to give towels out to people. And of course, it's like 5 AM. I'm really excited it's Valentine's Day. And like some of the members would come in, we'd see them regularly. And I'd be like, here you go, Peter, here's your towel. I love you. Like, he's like, what? But, it's just being infectious with your energy.
I can totally picture you saying that.
Yeah.
You're like, "What?" I love that. Okay, so next we wanna talk about Valentine's Day in a situationship.
Okay, let's talk about the most uncomfortable place to be on Valentine's Day in a situationship.
Because it's actually hell. It's the trenches. It's confusion with a pink ribbon on it.
Like, you're not single, but you're definitely not secure, and you probably like this person.
You're just sitting there like, "So, what are we doing on the 14th?" And the answer is usually nothing.
And the worst part is, what if you just started seeing them? Like, it's been 3 weeks or 4 dates and the vibes are good.
Do you expect them to ask you to be their Valentine? Expect a gift? Or do you just pretend like you don't care and say, "I hate Valentine's Day anyway," knowing damn well you're lying?
And let's be real, you're watching how they move.
Everything is data. If they don't mention Valentine's Day at all, data. If they don't say, "I don't really celebrate it," data. If they suddenly go quiet on the 14th, data.
Because here's the thing, Valentine's Day exposes intentions.
So true. And if you're in a situationship, you can't actually expect anything, but you're still going to be disappointed.
Acts. Also, can we talk about the fear of them having other Valentines?
My God. Because technically they're allowed to.
That's right. You're like, "I'm not your girlfriend, but also please don't be buying 3 other women flowers."
And that's why situationships on Valentine's Day are the most awkward position to be in because you're emotionally invested without the title protection.
Now let's make this very clear.
Ladies, do not ask a man if you're his Valentine. Do not. I am begging you.
Absolutely not. Never, ever.
Ever, ever, ever. If he wants you to be his Valentine, He will make it known. Asking puts you in a position to be embarrassed or worse. Let me get back to you.
And as we always say, if you have to ask, that's already your answer.
Exactly. A man who likes you will plan something, even if it's small, even if it's casual, even if it's just come over, I cooked for you.
So then what should you expect in a situationship?
Honestly, manage your expectations. You might get a text, you might get a happy Valentine's Day at 9 p.m. You might get nothing
And that response should tell you everything you need to know about where you stand, to be honest.
because Valentine's Day doesn't create problems, it exposes them.
So if you're in a situation and you feel anxious, confused, or disappointed on Valentine's Day,
That's not because you're asking for too much. It is because you're in something that does not have clarity.
also highly recommend that you go out and get drunk with girlfriends.
Agreed.
Clarity is the bare minimum.
It is the bare minimum, ladies. Absolutely. So ask yourself, do you want a Valentine or do you want consistency?
Because one lasts a day.
And the other lasts a relationship. So, Jess, tell me about you being in a situationship on Valentine's Day.
There's probably a few, but to be honest, I can't remember all of them. I shouldn't say that. I remember one time specifically when I was, let's call it a situationship. I was in a situationship with this guy. I must have been in my early 20s. He was a party boy, and we'd probably been like seeing each other, hanging out for 2, 3 weeks. Anyway, he actually asked me out it was a Friday. Oh, it was a Thursday. It was a Thursday night. He said, would you like to go and grab dinner and drinks on Thursday night? And I
Yeah.
said to him, I was like, so good on him for setting up a date regardless. And I was like, you know, that's Valentine's Day, right? And he was like, oh,
No, he didn't know.
no, he didn't realize. He was just like, oh, but actually, he was like, well, I don't care if you don't care.
Yeah.
We went out and we had a great time. We had dinner, we had drinks, and then we went to a bar and we ran into one of my girlfriends who lived nearby. And she and I ended up dancing on the bar and swapping clothes at like 3 a.m. in the morning.
As you
And
do.
yeah, as we do. I mean, she was there with a date too, but it was just really fun. And it was obviously the situationship ended about 3 weeks later, duh. But it was a fun way that we kind of made light of it. And I guess I
Yeah.
probably realized and knew what was going on. And yeah, we both went to work the next day and were incredibly hungover. But that's definitely one for the books.
I love that. I think it's just about making the most of it. And I think what that story highlights is that like a lot of men probably don't realize it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Do you think it's more targeted at women?
definitely. And then the pressure's put on
Yeah.
men. But
Yes.
that's the other thing about situationships or being single. I know situationships are difficult because there's that uncertainty, but really you choose how to run the day. You know, if you are in a situationship and you're not like you haven't heard from the guy or you're not sure where you stand, you can still go choose to go out and make a fuss of yourself or go out with
Correct.
girlfriends. You don't
Yeah. Don't be waiting for him.
Yeah,
Don't be
you don't need
waiting
to
for him
wait.
to make plans. I honestly think if you haven't heard by lunchtime, make your own plans on the day.
Absolutely.
Go and see a girlfriend, have fun. We do not wait around for men to make plans. We just keep continuing on with our lives.
Exactly, and don't make the plans from a place of revenge or "fuck this guy" or, like, misery, I don't have anything else to do. Make them because you wanna do it,
Yes,
and
agreed.
that's how you choose to spend your time and your evening.
Yes,
So, that is situationships, but we do acknowledge that it can be hard when you're in that tricky that
it can. And, you always think they got other people that they're seeing too. So, who
Yeah.
gets the date? Because generally when, people are dating, they're probably dating a couple of people, I would say, in the initial stage, like seeing. So yeah, who gets the date?
Yeah, exactly, and to your point, it is data, like, if you get to the end of the day or the next day and they haven't acknowledged Valentine's Day, then they could pretend that they didn't realize it existed or it wasn't on, which is bullshit, but, it's gonna tell you what you need for if you would consider being in a relationship with this person.
Yes. Yeah, I think it is actually for a situationship, it's a really good test.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is a
really
good
good
test.
test to kind of see where you stand with the person. A lot of people don't celebrate Valentine's Day, and a lot of people do. So just
Yeah, and I
depends.
think I think regardless of whether you're in a situationship or a relationship, there's nothing wrong with having a conversation around it and just saying like, "Hey, do you celebrate in it? Like, do you celebrate Valentine's Day? What do you think of it?" I've
Yes.
certainly been in I think one of my long-term relationships started around early year, and my boyfriend at the time just said, "Hey, I just wanna clear this up. Do you like Valentine's Day or do you hate it? Because you kinda give off the energy that you fucking hate it and men and everything."
Yes.
But, I said, "No,
That's
I
good
love
to
it.
hear.
Please buy the flowers."
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yes.
I think those chats are important.
Yes, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So, yeah, I think just to wrap that up, you don't want to wait around to be chosen last minute. Ladies, make your plans. If you haven't heard from him, that's your answer. And yeah, just go off and have a fun night with your girlfriends
Yep,
on your own too.
exactly. Put a
Make
face
yourself a
mask on
nice
and watch some
dinner,
movies.
face mask. Yeah.
Exactly. You don't have to feel pressured to do anything, but you can also go and enjoy it however you please.
And it is just another day. That is
In
hard
the
to
end,
say.
it is just another day.
Absolutely.
We'd love to actually hear how our listeners are spending their Valentine's Day and any gripes that they have around February 14th. So if you hear this and you have something to tell us, please DM us on Instagram. There's no other way to contact us.
Absolutely. Send through what you guys are doing for Valentine's Day. And I personally hope that you are spending it with us.
Sending lots of love to our listeners, regardless of whether you're in a relationship or you're single or you're navigating a situationship or a breakup and you're in your healing stage. Just remember, show yourself the love that you deserve, and we're here.
And you're worthy of love today, every day.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys and happy Valentine's Day from Unapologetically Unfiltered.
Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.